So this should be all of it. This will not fill up the trough. I don't know why I can drop it here. That strikes me as really weird. Anyway, I'll drive in here, unload, and I will fill. I'll create a whole new bucket of TMR, because that will empty. So we can put three silages, 2 hay, and a straw. Let's do that. So jump out, run round. Hay. I want 2 of those. See, we're already down to 17 hays. And that came from a complete cut of that field, so I don't really want to run out of hay again, especially since the horses and the sheep also eat it. So the plan will be to 1 cut of hay next year. Okay, that is 3 buckets of silage. Now, oh, let's put the straw in since it's closest. Well, I guess good job I bought 3 or 6 loads of 6 bales of silage, because otherwise we'd be in dire straits. Although we do get rid of the chicks, we are making a lot of money. Aha. All right, and the hay. Hey. There we go. Okay. Drop that lot in. And this thing now go. Sit next to the harvester. And I can turn off the help. Alrighty. And pop it back in the corner. So that's enough telehandling for the day. Forward, off. And another 39,500 litres of TMR. Now, I reckon 9,000 of this might go in the trough. So we'll still have 30,000 left, which is a good thing. I can empty that next time and delay having to mix more. Okay, and drop. Oh, only 5,000. Well, it's sufficient. We will drop that there now. Put this back in the field. The yard. Okay, let's check animals, because it has been a little while. Milk, 31,000. I could run milk to town. The food is full. See, the problem is the hay and the silage. I can't do anything about those 2,000 litres, 2,600 litres, which would allow me to put 60,000 litres of TMR in. I don't want to look at that. I want to look at the sheep. Sheeps are fine. Oh, cows. Back to the cows. Need some straw. Horses. Yeah, I could use some straw. Okay, that's fine. I don't have to worry too much about that. This is the small tractor. So as I said, I can't put it off. We've got to top the fields, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to fill this up with diesel because it's getting a little empty. Oh, we're almost out of diesel again. Woohoo! That's awesome. I am out of Mountain Dew, so again, awesome. Okay, that didn't fill up the tractor. That's unfortunate, but it's enough to be going on with. So, next job is go get the topper and do some topping. And I will get this field done, and then we'll worry about the next one later. What is the time? Real world time is 10 o'clock, so this might take a while. A lot of weeds in that field, but I don't have to worry about those until we start planting. Okay, drive through the shrubbery. And I think I should be okay doing something like 3 headlands here. So let me lower that, turn it on, drive in, hold the button, steering assist, 3 headlands, okay. That seems fair, and that's what the workers were set on. So drive forward, and oh, don't go backwards too far or you'll kill crop. Yeah, so the secret with potatoes and sugar beets, I'm not sure about the other root vegetables. And I'm not sure if they've changed it. They probably haven't. But you are allowed to top these and then come back later and drive all over them. I mean, I might want to do some carrots at some time, so that we can have carrots on hand for the horses. Yeah, things and stuff. The problem with the worker doing this is this thing has such a small working head. In older versions of Farming Simulator, there wasn't an issue with workers driving outside of the fields. So you could actually do this with a small 140 horsepower tractor, not a problem. It would do all of the topping. It wouldn't drive into trees or fences or whatever, because the workers were allowed to go outside the bounds of the field. With Farm Sim 25, it's all changed, and workers are generally limited to the field area. And because of that, we're a little bit stuck. They get very temperamental doing this type of job because they can't turn around in the field. At least not doing the first headland, maybe doing the second headland. I'm just going to go to the end here and do the next one. We'll start the next one. So you know what, I might go round counterclockwise for this one. So to do this, I'm generally having to drive outside the field just so I can turn around. And as I said, Farming Simulator 25 workers don't particularly enjoy that. So, that is a little bit of a, where are you going, dude? Really? Okay. There we go. That's a little bit better. But yeah, so now doing 3 headlands, we should have cleared enough infield space for the worker to be able to turn around without getting all flustered and problematic. So, do that, back it up. Forwards. Back it up. Then drive forwards again. So it doesn't like that. Clear off that bit. And now should awesomeness. Alrighty. Get to the end, turn around, and I'm outside the field. And that might be why they removed this bit of kit from the in-game store. I think that this is a mod harvester. Because workers just have an issue with it, so it's just easier not to include it in the base game. Right, AI worker, you've got 3, it's exactly the same course as I was doing, go. 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 Yay. Alrighty. And yet, here we go. Worker's got a headache and heading out into the middle of nowhere. Why are you doing that? You're back over here. This is why I'm kind of pretty much at the point where I am done with Sugar Beets, because the workers just don't behave. And it may be that I could do Sugar Beets with the in-game harvesters. Where are you going? What are you doing? Oh, wow. Oh, was that because I didn't do that corner? This is not the thing to watch. And off we go again, doing absolutely the wrong thing. So let's get back to here, steering assist, and I guess I'm doing this all myself. Indeed, possibly I could do this with the big kit and a worker. can't afford that. That's an expensive piece of kit, so we'll just stick with the cheap stuff that we have already. And this isn't too bad of a manual job. I mean, we are able to do 9 miles an hour while we're doing this. Tyres got very, very muddy all of a sudden. And then, so yeah, once we've done this, we'll grab some more bales, we'll sell those. I might even grab the semi-truck and hitch it up to the milk truck. And we'll take some milk to town as well as a bunch of bales. It's kind of a good plan. I haven't looked to see how much of a bonus we're getting for the environmental score. Now, doing this with a 6R is probably a little bit more difficult than you doing this with your usual 140 horsepower tractor. I don't have a 140 horsepower tractor because this tractor can actually work the sugar beet harvester as well. So I can have this tractor on the sugar beet harvester and use heavier tractors for heavier tasks. However, since our current jobs are mulching and eventually subsoiling, I don't actually need a tiny tractor on the mower, the sugar beet mower. Yes, that thing, the sugar beet shovel. I think the sad thing is with cotton is there's nothing cheap that you can do to harvest cotton. Short of employing people to pick it by hand. And that's not a thing in Farming Simulator. Anyway, surprisingly, this really doesn't take a long time, as I said. The olden days, I mean, this was something I just stuck a little tractor out and let it go, and it would do all the things, and every so often I'd get a message saying, hey, it's done, and move it to another field and set it off again. There's also not a problem, actually, with doing this and then bringing the self-propelled harvester in. If you do that, then it does mean you can drive a truck or a tractor on the field to unload, because you can't kill the crop now. And as soon as we've done this, we'll drive over to the other field and we'll park up there. Probably eat our sandwich and then get back to topping sugar beets again. While we go get something else done, like, selling things. It's getting a little bit cloudy, that's okay. A little bit cloudy, sunshine later. Our house is now running on sunshine. since all the snow melted this week, we have made 50 kilowatt hours of power as of yesterday evening. So we may have more, or we'll definitely have more by tonight. We may have more now, but we're at 50. I'm not even sure when the week starts, because it does a weekly report, a daily report, weekly report, monthly report, and yearly report. So the weekly report says 50. The monthly report says 50 because it's only been on for a month. When it decides that the week's up, whatever day that works out to be, then we'll have week-on-week reporting. Woohoo! And I think apparently we've done the equivalent of 80 miles of electric vehicle driving. I don't know what sort of electric vehicle that is, whether it's a F-150 Lightning or a... don't go that way. Or something significantly smaller like the little Ford EV vehicle. Or an EV bicycle. Yes. It just tells me, yeah, you've done 80 miles. It's like, okay, I have no point of reference for 80 miles. Except I know how far 80 miles is. I just don't know how much it works out to. Or what I'm driving it in, yeah. Okay. About 4 more rows here, I think. Or maybe 3. Only 3, that's nice. We end up closest to the road when we're done. Then, and still not game lunchtime yet, so that up and go. And then to do the rest, I'm going to drive all the way over to where the BGA is and just do the fields north to south on that run. Because that way we end up closest to the farm when we're done. So 11:30 during the day. So we've been running since 6 o'clock in the morning. We've done 5.5 hours of farm work. Goodness me. That up, turn it off, and go drive. So yeah, unfortunately, every single field along the eastern map border that is ours contains sugar beets. Oh, whooshu. Ah. There's a thought. Okay, I think we're going convoy to town now. All will become apparent when I do that. don't know why that field to my left doesn't have weeds in it. I haven't weeded it. I don't think I have. All I've done is mulched it. And yet I mulched the sorghum field and that created weeds. So, yeah. Strangeness. Inconsistencies. Anyway. Got a way to go. Get to the field. BGA is just where the road turns up ahead in the distance. I think this field to just across the bridge is the last one. It's ours. So, park this right here. Turn the engine off. Boop. And go find something. This is a good thing to find. Okay. So hopefully I